views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jen's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jen is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jen Royster.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We are almost to the month of April, so that's what we're going to focus on today in the show. If you're brand new to the show, we want to welcome you. We are all about metaphysical topics, the angelic realm, energy healing, basically anything to do with what brings positive and love and raises our frequency for better, healthier living here and moving on as we grow with our soul growth. So we have a lot that we talk about, and we're here to inspire and encourage because that's what we need in the world today. We got plenty of the other, so we're here all about the positive, and that's what we focus on. So today I want to go into the angel insights. I always tap in with the angels, love my relationship with them. I feel very blessed and have a lot of gratitude that they have always supported me. It's not a worshiping angels. They're an aspect of the divine, and they are there to help us and assist us, but not do it all for us. So, for some people that's confusing depending on where you come from with your belief systems. I'm not here to change your belief systems. I'm here to share my experiences, and this is the topics in metaphysics that we discuss. So I'm not saying I know it all. I continually learn and discover new things every day in this world. And I think that's what keeps me excited because I love to learn. And especially when it comes to happiness, being aligned with my soul, my higher self. So that's what I want to share with you for you to find what that is for you. So we are live streaming, video live streaming. I have that on my website on the talk show page. You can go to jenroyster.com, JENNROYSTER.com. You can see that. That's video live streaming on YouTube. We have that live chat open as well. So I see some people that are joining us over there. Hello, Shadana, David, Jules, Kelly, Candace. Hello, guys. Welcome. You guys were here waiting on me, and Jody just popped in. Hello, guys. It's great to see you. We're also live streaming on Facebook through our network, Transformation Talk Radio, so they are handling it on that end. I've also shared that to my 2 Facebook pages so you can find it. So we want to welcome everyone to the show. Of course, we have audio. This originally was radio, good old traditional radio. We have a lot of people that listen that way. So we're pretty much broadcasting in a lot of different ways, and we're just here to share positive news. So what's going on with April, right? So today's March 28th for this live stream, and April comes up in just a few days. Well, that's on the calendar. And the energy kind of shifts. Have you ever noticed, like, you go from one sign in astrology in the middle of the month? So, but the energy does seem to shift and move in that. So I like to focus with the soul growth when it comes to astrology. I'll bring some of those tips in, and then I'm asking angels, like, what's going on here? Can we do something with this energy that we're feeling? What can we do to make the most of it? Because honestly, that's the way to positive results. If you kept trying to approach something the same way you always did, you're probably going to get the same result. So if you don't want that same result, it's time to change it up. So how many are feeling that shift starting to approach, or you've already started to feel something is in the air, something feels different? It's like, I don't know what it is, but I know something is different. I can just feel, I just know there's change in the air. I just know it's moving and shifting. Well, here's the good news for April. First of all, the first week brings a lot of positive energy. It brings an opportunity to open you up for expansion on your consciousness level, your awareness level. And I thought, oh, that's nice. Well, because March kind of came in strong. We know Aries came in strong. And as we go into the month of April, we start to move into the Taurus energy. And that is all about your finances, relationships, abundance, in different things of life. I mean, there's just different energies here. We also have a couple of retrogrades that are popping in, but not to worry, not to worry. All of these things are aligning to support us as we are shifting into just a whole new way of life, experiencing Earth. So we all came here at this same time. We're all here together, witnessing this massive shift in everything about life. I mean, it's just one of those times where there's a lot of change going on. So, for some people, that's just like, well, that's a lot. But that's what it is. So we're not going to pretend it's not there, because it's just changing. So when we resist change, sometimes that makes it difficult. We feel more stressed about it, or we're afraid of the change. Fear's the biggest one that'll get in the way, and we know that. So we're going to focus a little bit today with this, because on how we can work with it with finance, abundance, manifesting. How is this affecting us this month with relationships? How can we be positive with that? Because some of this will feel like it's being pulled out of your life, and some will be feeling like it's coming in and you don't know. You're like, ah. So that's why we're going to talk about it today. We're going to go through the month. So we did have one email. Let's see, we have an email comment, basically an email comment that I wanted to share. Marilyn's one of our Angel Retreat members, and she writes every week, and she's just a beautiful soul. But she really didn't have a question, but she wanted to share. She was feeling the forward movement with energy and awakening. She's like in her spiritual journey, and she's like, thank you so much for beautiful love knowledge of spirituality, healing, guidance. So you are so welcome, Marilyn, and thank you for that and reaching out to let us know. She'll be watching it when she gets off work today, so we want to say hello to her. Now, one of the things that you will feel in April, so let me just start diving into this, because I got quite a bit to share with you, because this is our month overview with the angels for the upcoming month. So I want to go through the month quickly, and then we'll break it down a little bit. You will feel some deeper emotions popping up. When you hear deep emotions, just go, oh no. There's a couple of things with emotions. They can be deep anger, but they can also be a deeper love. This one seems to be wanting to focus on a deeper love within you. Like, what does it mean to you? And I thought, ooh, that's pretty cool. A deeper love and an impact in your relationships as well, but also the one you have with yourself. Because we really are not going to have those ultimate relationships with others till we know that we have one that's with ourselves that's in a healthy way. So this one goes into that, and that makes perfect sense moving into April. It can feel overwhelming if you're not sure what you're feeling, because you may be feeling it a little bit more on the edge of your sleeve with some things. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings, whether they're up or down or sideways. They're your feelings. They're your emotions. They're very powerful. They matter, and they can make mountains out of molehills, I know, but they can also bring it right back down. And there's a lot of power in emotions. And empathic people, you know what I'm talking about, because we feel what others are going through. I know I'm empathic. That's where my gifts are coming from, because that's what I have. That's what I know. I feel energy a lot. I feel it shift. I feel it change. And learning to harness that in a positive way will be one of the most powerful gifts you have ever known. So being empathic does not have to be a negative, but we do have to set our boundaries. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, and not being afraid to say no when you need to say no. People empathic, we don't need as much company sometimes as others. You know, I'm enjoying being here with you guys in groups, but I just as much enjoy some me myself time so I can recalibrate and balance out. If I don't have that, I'm not a good person. Let's just say I'm just not a good person. But I know that about me, and I honor and respect that. And it's made me better, and I'm actually stronger and here for others because I'm balancing that. So I'm with you guys on that. I understand that. You can't keep giving out what you don't have left in there. And it's just very easy to do that. Another thing with April is it's new beginnings and opportunities that'll pop up if we put our focus on the brighter side of life, the positives. You know, thinking about, positive, what can I do positively? I know that I can do this. I know that I can have an opportunity and I can reach out for it. Because if we have finance, abundance, relationships all popping up to be a focus with new opportunities popping up, that could be a new opportunity in an existing relationship as well, or finance or your job or something like that. But there's a lot of good things going on here. But if you are still in that fear mode about what if, it's like this huge brick or huge boulder. Let's use a boulder. It's really big. You can't see around that. You know, you're just blocking everything. Energy works that way. Okay. Now we have a new moon. We have a new moon coming up on April 5th. That is next week. I will talk a little bit more about that next week. But we have that one is where a new moon, if you're not familiar, when you feel energies and moon energies, which I do, I feel those fluxes and shifts throughout the month. New moons are all about setting your new intentions, your new beginnings, you're manifesting, tapping in. This one's all about tapping into the abundance you're manifesting. And I love it because it's an Aries new moon. Okay, so this one's about what are my intentions moving forward? What do I want to set in? We just had full moon. Full moons are releasing it and letting it all go. Every 2 weeks it changes. Full moon, new moon, so we really have opportunity constantly, but the focus or the influence energy shifts as you go through the months. So that is what we have going on. Now, we will walk through the month. We will walk through how we can work with this manifesting abundance, finance relationship, and we will look with the angels for insights. This is a lot of general information for everybody, but you guys can please do put your questions out there if you have one, because we're all really going through this together, aren't we? And sometimes when we answer a question for one person, other people listening or watching the show, it's really helped them. I hear that all the time. So when you're sharing on the show, you're sharing and helping someone else too. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to start really diving in to angel insights for the month of April. I'm Dr. Jen. You're listening to The Jen Royster Show. You might be watching our video live stream. We'll be right back after the break.
If you have a sense that you were meant for more, join Heather Allison every third Tuesday at noon Pacific as she explores an ancient, forgotten energy within us and helps us access our original archetypal blueprint. The Golden Path will help you remember the key to unlocking your life, love, success, and magic you were meant for. A key to unlocking your golden path. visit heather-allison.com.
Are you done being afraid to jump into the life that's waiting for you? Are you ready for a real shift? I invite you to tune in every Tuesday with me, Tracy L., on the Tracy L. Clark Show, where we will teach you how to live your extraordinary life. At 8 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio, where I will provide the tools and the steps needed to help you transcend perceived limitations and move forward with an extraordinary life. For more information, visit me at tracylclark.com.
Have you ever heard of the 90-10 rule? It goes like this. 90% of the time, no one is thinking of you. 90% of the time, everyone's thinking about themselves. And if you think of it like that, it takes the weight off, because now you're not being judged. I'm Megan Edge. I'd love for you to join me on Playing on the Edge Radio, Radical Change with Ease, with my co-host Dr. Pat on Transformation Radio FM.
A word of caution: if you prefer the status quo and you are not interested in improving every aspect of your life, this book will trigger the shift out of you. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens is available now. Author Colette Steffen brings the powerful knowledge and life-changing energy and empowerment from the radio airwaves to the pages of her new book. To get your copy in paperback or ebook, visit thetruthisfunny.com today.
What the fun do I do with my shui? Are you ready to hear what your space is about you and what you're communicating to the outer world about your inner dialogue? Are you ready to create harmony in your surroundings? Then join us on Clear Speak Talk Radio with Dr. Jeanette Wolfe on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Tune in every fourth Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern for current IT integrated with ancient knowledge to boost the broadcast of your space. Visit JeanetteWolfe.com for more information on this amazing approach.
People often ask, what does it mean to thrive? On Thrive by Jen Radio, it means body confidence, mind fulfillment, and soul synchronicity. Create synchronicity with God and learn as Jen shares action steps and real stories that will inspire you to be unstoppable in fulfilling your purpose. Tune in live each Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com and visit JenniferZellup.com to thrive with Jen.
Welcome back. We are going to dive right in. Angel Insights for April, okay? So we're going to start with the finance side of it because that seems to be a focus, okay? We're going to work on finance, abundance, relationships, all of the above. But let's start. Now, because we have in 1 week coming up the new moon, this is a perfect time to start working out really where you want to put your focus. Because then when that arrives, it's just going to continually become stronger as we get to that next month or next week. That's on Friday. We will do a show on April 4, and we'll go into that a little bit more next week. But I want you to have some things to think about so you're not like at the last minute. So this is when you want to take the time to really be clear on what you want, because new moons are about manifesting and bringing it in and working with your intentions, whether it's the finance, the money, or anything, the relationship. This is where you take the time to lift and raise your vibration in a positive way, bringing your focus. If you find that you're fretting about every little thing, like, oh, but what if, I'm not sure, you're in fear mode. Guess what? You're blocking it. You're canceling out everything that you want. I'm just got to keep it real here. That's what's happening. I know. And it's like, but I always do this. I know, but you have to keep going here. You have to keep going. I'm here to help you know that. I mean, I have to make sure I do it too. I'm saying, okay, so I'm saying, but when you find your frequency going into fret or what ifs or I'm not sure, you have to be willing to make some choices, okay? You have to be willing to know and be confident on what you're feeling for yourself. That is so important, okay? So important. Now, it's a great time right now to get organized. You want to get organized about your finances. It's interesting because, here in the States, that's tax time too, and they put it right in April, right? But this is where you want to get organized. If it's not organized, or you're working on trying to save some money, or things were unexpected with jobs and things like that. This is where you want to put your intention and where you want to smooth it out. And you want to know that your needs are met. And so the things like that, there's nothing I can say. Or, I mean, people ask all the time, what do the angels have for this? What do the angels have for this? They're not going to do it for you, but they're going to they're going to help you support your frequency to keep it up. I have to be honest with you. It's not like, okay, fix it, or just sit and wait, or is it going to be okay in a week? This doesn't matter what you're asking about, but if you're focusing negatively or in fear, basically you're telling the universe you're just stuck right there. This is how manifesting works when we're working with metaphysical stuff and energy. Energy will go where your thoughts and beliefs are. So you can have a lot of thought. Well, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Honestly, one of the easiest ways to do that is just I think visualizing how you want it to be. And you visualize, instead of it being real specific, it's more visualizing that all your needs are met, you have plenty, and everything works itself out. But then when the opportunities start to come in, because that's what you've told the universe, then the opportunities start to show up. Are you shooting all of them down because it wasn't the way you expected it to play out? Or, well, yeah, okay, but I'll wait for the next one. So keep an eye on your opportunities popping up, because that's really a big deal. We have to step out of a mindset. Really, money is all about your mindset and your belief about it. So you got to come out of scarcity. If you're in scarcity mode, scarcity attracts scarcity. So you want to go into abundance like, oh, it's good, it's fine. And it's really looking for something in your life that is. So I know I'm going through that quickly, and sometimes it's so frustrating for people. And then they'll get mad because, oh, manifesting doesn't work. If you believe that it doesn't work, guess what? It's not going to work. That's just really how it is. It really narrows down to where your mindset is. That's a really important one. That's a really, really important one to think about. So I know that, a lot of people don't like what I'm saying, and that's okay. You don't have to. I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can with how I've experienced this. And I'm not saying that this is the only way, but this is what I have found to work. So also using positive affirmations help. They always lift me. Some people don't like them. If positive music lifts you, anything that lifts your spirit into a positive mindset is going to help you tremendously with this. So here's the thing. There's a few retrogrades coming in. There's a few. I know. Few retrogrades coming in with April, and it just means that things will move slower, but it's really setting us up for another big shift that'll come in 2020. So as the retrogrades come in, remember, they just help it back up, slow down, and review a little bit. And this is really to your benefit. The ones popping up are Jupiter. That one will be on the 10th of April. Then it's got on the 24th, Pluto, and Saturn on the 29th. So that's a few of them. And they'll be in retrograde for a few months. These are planets that move a little bit slower. And it's really just to get it moving and kind of get you ready and help you prepare for a 2020 big shift of energy. I know it comes in waves. We just had one and we're thinking, no, I don't even want to think about 2020. Actually, it's kind of like a little bit of work each month helps you. And then when it hits, it won't be so crazy. So that's how that's working. So let me go over and see what's going on with chats or questions here. Let's see. Let me start with Jules. Jules says, I just got a head cold that started yesterday. It's unusual because I rarely ever get sick. Okay. A lot of people have been reporting with spiritual awakening and major energy shifts that they're feeling quite a bit in ears, nose, throat. Let's put it that way. They're feeling dizziness. They're having strange sleep patterns, things like that. Because we had really strong energy fluxes come in, if you are normally a very healthy person And I'm not a doctor, not trying to diagnose here, but when there's nothing else wrong, there's nothing else going on, a lot of times it could just be that you're feeling the energetic shifts. I know that I do. I'll feel them. And what feels like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? I was feeling a lot of the dizziness, and I went, wow, that's crazy. And, just like almost vertigo-like. I was also having unusual dreams that I was having, like, I was seeing, it was almost vision-like, where I was seeing things before they happened, and then they would happen that day. And, that's like a very rare thing that will happen with me, because I usually just stay in the moment and I pick up things all day long and messages and connection with the universe like that. But to have it like that was a little bit different for me. It was like a pre-show for it was different. But I went, all these different dimensions are existing at the same time. We choose which one we want to be in. I went, okay. Well, that was, and I don't even know. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, what was that? Wow. So then what I'm saying to Jules here is that it could be that you are calibrating and you were feeling the energy. I feel, for example, a storm before it even shows up on radar or anybody knows there's one coming. I feel them. I know it because I feel shifts in the pressure. I feel energy so much. So I'll have headaches because there's a storm coming, and there's nothing else wrong. It's just that pressure causes that for me. And I know there's rain coming, it could be sunny. It's like, no way, there's nothing on the radar. Well, here it is in a few hours. There it is. Oh, well, they didn't even know. I just seem to feel those things coming. So it could be that that's what it was. So not to be concerned, but you just tend to it and you take care of yourself. Sometimes it's also how energy in spiritual matters process, because it's detoxing. It's kind of like a physical detoxing of the body when we get congested like that, or have head colds, or we have all these allergies. And sometimes it's just the process of, I'm not really sure what's going on. It's just processing physically. So that's another one. Let's see. A lot of people are relating to the empath and having that balance between alone time and being with other people. Yes. I mean, absolutely. A lot of people are extrovert, love people, but love self-rejuvenation. Candace saying the same thing. It's coming from the journey to becoming me. Yes, absolutely. There's quite a bit of that. And it's very normal. And she's saying sleep. Jules is saying, yes, the sleep. What is that? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. I'll come back and check. I'm not sure. I'm going to move on. Let's see. We have Maddie. Maddie is asking, feeling major shifts. Oh, yeah. And a guy I've been seeing is going through a lot, and I'm not sure if I should be worried. We should never be worried. Remember, I know, you know the answer to that one. About some distance or be patient. Okay. Do the angels have advice for me? First of all, everybody is going to probably feel this in one way or the other. I mean, I've actually seen people feeling it. They don't even realize they're feeling. They don't know. They're not really into any of this. And I get that. But they know that they're picking up something and they don't understand it either. And sometimes it makes people downright moody. Sometimes they just need some space. You know what? Sometimes people that we're in relationships with, depending on how it's affecting them, they may just need some breathing space to process things too, just like us as empaths need our time and space. I don't feel anything to be worried about. I think you just need to stop trying, see if you can get away from worrying. That's that fret, that's that fear. And just make sure you're processing and you're staying balanced. When somebody else may not be balancing so easily, we can't fix that for them. Empaths can't fix that. They're going through their process. You have to respect that they'll find their way through it. Let's see. Where we got else? Let's see. Kelly is asking, hi, Jen. I think I met my mentor, which is so exciting. I'm worried that my energy can be overwhelming for people. I'm like a happy puppy. Is there a way that I can be my authentic self in a less overactive way? Oh, it's redirecting the energy with that one, because when we get so excited about things, we don't want to squash that energy that's like a puppy. She's describing it as a happy puppy, or that childlike energy. That's the energy that is just pure, and it's motivating and gives us energy to see a project through. It's more about practicing with and put that intention out there. I need to redirect this into the work that I'm doing. Because I think earlier I thought I saw, was that you, Kelly, that you were actually wanting to draw again? Yeah. So see, redirect that into what you do. And it will help balance out so you're not doing the over happy puppy thing that you're describing. And I totally understand that. Overwhelming type of way. Overwhelming. I'm sorry. I don't understand. There's a little bit of delay, guys, so that might be what it is too, because I may have already moved past it. But just know that everything is going to be pretty amazing if you just give it the opportunity. Honestly, we all have that. We all have this opportunity to see things more positively. So if it's a pattern, like if there's these slight little shifts, and this is what I want to address, and this is going to kind of go back to Maddie a little bit, or anybody with the relationship thing there. Okay. When we have a tendency to feel every little bit of energy, okay, and honestly, I get this because I do. As soon as this is the weird part, because as soon as you feel somebody else's energy shift, and you go straight to, oh, what does that mean? Is there a problem? Is there something wrong? It has a tendency to cause that reaction in you till you understand that you're just picking up normal shifts in somebody else. Hear me out on this one. This is going to help you with everything, whether it's abundance, manifesting, finance, relationship, doesn't matter. This is a big component here that Michael reminded me of to share with you guys today. So that just reminded me, because when you have your own vibration and you feel it, and you need this time, and that you go up and down, look at your own patterns. You can be way upbeat, and then you go, and then you're up and you're down. People that you're usually fine with, maybe you just, I don't know about that right now. It's totally normal. But think about it this way. If somebody else could feel every little bit of that from you, and they were going, what's wrong? What happened? What's wrong? What's happened? Nothing really. You just needed a little bit of balancing time. Other people do too. And that's the part that can get confusing for empaths, because sometimes when we're absorbing and feeling it off somebody else, we're forgetting that it's somebody else, and we're feeling it within ourselves. And then here you are trying to process something that's not yours, and it just gets confusing, and it never really works itself out right. So whenever you feel this unsure thing that pops up like that, and it could go, this really applies to any part of life, not just relationship, guy. Like what about your job interviews and all that kind of stuff? Anything that you go back and forth and fret about, because you're in front of a job interview, and what if you pick up, you're not sure what you felt from them? It may have nothing to do with how your interview went. It may have had to do, you were feeling things from the interviewer, or whatever you call them, the manager, whatever. That might have been something that was happening in his personal life earlier that day. I mean, does everybody go to work? And yes, you're supposed to put personal things down and go to work and be professional. But then let's keep it real. We're also going in there and we're keeping that like that, but we still have that in the back of our minds. That's energy. That's thought energy coming off you. And say everybody has that going on. These are some things that were very powerful insights that Archangel Michael gave me to share today. I thought that is good stuff. Yes. That's very good stuff. So that little bit of delay or that little bit of hesitation with someone else starts to spin our insecurities up. won't get you anywhere. And you know this. I'm revalidating it for you. And it's like, okay, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. And then at the same time, we want an answer yesterday, but they're not ready. And we can't make anybody do it. So it'll happen like that. And then, so here we go with that. This money relationship thing just keeps spinning back and forth. So here's another one. People that don't even know they're going through this energy, guess what else they're experiencing? And empaths, you know what I'm talking about with this one. I know I'm talking to you a lot because empaths feel this. It's like we feel it 10 times stronger. Everybody's feeling some stuff, but they handle it better. And then we feel it like, oh my gosh, it's taking over. And we have the boundaries, setting the boundaries. If the boundaries aren't strong, they're going to be made known to you where they're weak, where you need to strengthen them. And the thing is, other people in your life might be needing to do that too. You see? So this kind of goes back and forth 2 different ways. I know. It's kind of strange, but at the same time, it's totally making sense. And I know you're relating to what I'm saying. I can feel you guys. So as we get into how do I be true to myself without hurting somebody else, that's going to pop up a little bit for April. See, all these things are coming up to the surface to clarify, to heal, refresh, strengthen, renew. This is all good. These are those things that are like, ooh, in relationships and my finances and my job, that's all important. But wow, what do I do with all this? How do I do this without, really throwing an apple cart up out there? Well, you probably are going to throw an apple cart out all over the place. You probably are if you're changing. If you were always people pleasing and now you come back and you're going to start being honest. And then people that are used to you being a different way, they got to figure that out, you see. Well, there's going to be people that may be doing that with you as well. It goes around full circle here. That is the truth of this. This energy is positive, though. I'm bringing up the things that cause the blocks. I'm bringing up the things that are hard for us to really admit to ourselves sometimes because we don't want it to be that way. But this energy here gives us opportunity to make this better. And that's what I want to share with you. When I realized I don't need to feel guilty for setting a boundary. I don't need to feel guilty because I need some quiet time tonight. Or I'm not really wanting to do the thing we do every single night together. Or, I really want to change my job. Things like this. Because as an individual, if you're not being honest with who you are, that brings the sadness, that brings the heaviness, that lowers the frequency. Honestly, people in general that really care about you, that ones that really matter, they want you to be happy over anything else. And we have to believe that we can do that for ourselves. And most of the time, we're always still trying to make sure somebody else feels okay about it. So it's really calling us out on things like that. Finances and manifesting. You want to focus, actually all of these, you want to keep your focus positive, not on scarcity. So if you were to switch that from finance to relationship, not scarcity. I have great relationships with, a lot of people, and they're valuable relationships. So if you had 100 relationships and they really weren't real, and you start to be truthful and you start to bring your frequency up, a lot of that might fall away. And you're going to go, no, I don't have anything. No, you don't have artificial stuff now. Now you've got your slate clean to draw in some honest, real, authentic connections. Because that's when it's better to have 1 than 100 that aren't real. I'll be honest with you. It will make a huge difference. Huge difference. So let's see what we've got here. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Needed to hear that. Yeah, I needed that reminder too, because it helps. It helps when things are just shifting and changing so much. just described my entire life with that empathic shifting. David, you know, yeah, I know. And you know what? When we start to really realize and really admit to ourselves, we have a special gift that we just feel life more. It doesn't mean other people don't have a special gift. It just means empathic people, you got to stop looking at this as a curse. A lot of people do. They think this is just horrible. This is a curse. This is a mess. No, you might believe that, or it was in the past, and it can be when you don't understand it. But honestly, when we allow it to really give us the information we need, we tap into our intuition through that empathic gift. Your messages will come through clear. You may not like all the answers, especially if you're going, okay, is this going to be real? And if they say, no, this is one of those ones you need to let fall away. And you're like, but I don't want to, I don't want to be by myself. Now you've identified a problem right there. You've identified that you don't want to be with yourself. You need to be good with being with yourself and like your company because you're a great person in there, but you don't give yourself a time of day. And you have to do that. You have to do that. That's how we learn to be a great partner in relationships with other people. I'm not kidding. It's a big deal like that. I don't know how else to explain that. That's just one of them things. Now, there's a full moon coming. Let me keep going here a little bit because I know time's getting tight. There's a full moon coming on the 20th of April. And that one's when we enter into the Taurus. Okay, so you've got this Aries influence here at the first. We do have positive energy that helps us. We identified some trouble spots here that we're talking about. That's what we've been sharing about all this finance and relationship stuff. But this energy is helping to illuminate, okay, this could be reinforced with more positive energy. This could be stronger. This could be an area I need to just let go of. And if there's a constant fretting or worrying, that's fear. I just got to call it for what it is. Fear's a block. Fear stops the whole manifesting process, okay? That's how that works when you're talking about manifesting. This is what we're talking about with energy, okay? Honestly, a lot of stuff is starting to come through. You'd have to do your homework on this because I didn't even do a whole show on this part, but a lot of science is starting to show where, the positive mindset, the beliefs, they're affecting your health. I mean, I've known this with energy healing. That's why I love it. Energy healing, honestly, and I can say this for myself, is the priority healthcare system for me personally, because I know that energy healing, it defines everything, your mind, body, soul. So if my belief isn't healthy toward money, I'm always thinking scarcity, energy healing. What is energy healing to fix that? I need to focus on abundance and my needs are met, and that I need to believe that. And I need to find ways to make that happen. Same thing with relationships, anything like that. If you want the job change, all of this belief like, oh, I can't get anything better than this. That's a belief. That's where affirmations help to give you something to focus on positively without, because at first you're like, I don't know if I believe it. I'm saying it, but I don't know if I believe it. We have to keep working with it. So I know that that's what's helped me, and that's what I'm sharing, guys. And I know sometimes we feel like we're doing that for a lifetime. I get it. But this is a lifetime on earth of challenge to overcome and to improve. This is like a school here, a tough one. And we all chose to be here. Yay. I know. But that's what it is. Now, one of the last dates in April, I'm watching my time here. One of the last dates in April that's kind of important is April 22, and that's, Uranus again coming up. And that's when we start to really feel this shift again. And that's when wisdom insights about what we've been processing through the month start to go, okay, now I get it. Aha moments. That's what I needed to get. That's what I needed to shift. That's okay. Now I get it. Now I see the different perspective that you see. So there's all this opportunity coming in this month for major positive change if you're willing to do the work. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be hard. It's just a little bit each day. If you wake up and you feel down or you're frustrated or something happens that day, anything, any time of day, take your 5 minutes and counter it. If you find yourself, oh no, what about whatever? Stop right there and go, you know what? That's the way I used to do it. Now I'm going to do it this way. And you're going to claim a positive statement. No, I am just fine. I am happy. I am secure. I am whatever it is you need to say behind I am. I love the I ams. They're very powerful because I am is a claim of what you believe. So if it's I am sick, I am tired, I am worried, got to switch it. I am healthy. If you feel bad, that's a simple one. Okay, I'm sick. I don't feel good. I got the flu. I am sick. Okay, I am healthy, thriving, and finding new ways to improve my health. Just whatever you need to put in there. Yes, you'll have to work through that illness that's already manifested physically, but you're going to strengthen your immune system to help you fight it. Because when we're happy, it supports our immune system physically. Happiness energy does that. Worry energy is stress energy. It depletes it. They go hand in hand. Totally go hand in hand. Just like that. So now you want to pay attention. Now mark your calendar on the 22nd because you want to pay attention to what may happen or develop around that time because that's the wisdom and insight popping up. Okay. So it's good because I'm telling you now, and that's several weeks away. So you're like, oh, whoa. Oh, that's that date. So kind of just make a little note on your calendar, like pay attention to the different events or the things that come up around the 22nd. Remember, that's the wisdom insights of everything we've been working on with this energy rolling in, because it's a very fiery, active month. The whole year is. I mean, every month I'm saying it is that because it's the truth, but this one is no different. And it's interesting because Taurus is a little bit slower moving. The energy of Taurus likes to think about things before it makes a decision. It's, it likes to be a little more financially secure, likes the world to be beautiful. What else? It's all about the love and the relationships. What that's doing with this month, you're going to start to see and define clearly in your life a deeper love. Remember, I'm going back to that. There's a deeper love to experience and understand. And it's a higher frequency level of love that is pouring in. I love this part. To me, that fixes it all, But you'll start to become aware of the relationships that just don't want to match up to that. You'll start to become aware of how you can be there for yourself more, like honor and respect you more, and make sure that what you need on a particular day or a particular time, whether it's saying no to a project, you got your plate full, you don't want another one, or you don't really want to. How about that? I don't really want to do that. But you don't want to not say, you don't want to hurt their feelings or not be there. What if you just said, no, not for me this time? You can say it without being rough. You will feel freedom and you will feel relief. Now, that's one example. But self-love will have a deeper meaning as well, which is extremely important to set the standard for connecting on a deeper love frequency, which is a much higher frequency. I say deeper, but it's higher. And taking it up a notch on soul level connections, ascension, higher frequency, fifth dimension type of relationships. Guess what? In fifth dimension, There is no hesitation to say no, and you don't feel bad about it. There's no guilt about saying, no, that's not for me. Thank you. End of story. That's probably the biggest one right there that most people need to work on. All this politeness. Okay, we don't have to be rude when we say no. You can be very polite and say no, but sometimes you just got to say no and give yourself some time there. And we're not talking about avoiding your responsibilities. We're talking about overloading your plate with things that are for somebody else or things that are draining you. If it's draining you, or if it's just another task that you want to be of service, but now you're exhausted, that's out of balance. Bottom line, this energy with deeper love is going to help you with some things like that. Now, Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, had some information about that part, and I want to make sure I get that out to you before we close out the show. Deeper love will present the things that have weak spots for you in that area, okay? Deeper love is divine love. Deeper love is unconditional love. Deeper love is a higher frequency, taking it up a notch. It's a soul level ascension thing. It's coming from within. It's very different. And a lot of the superficial or artificial things in your life will start to be seen for what they truly are. Sometimes for people, this can upset them because they don't want that to be they really wanted that to be real. But do you want to keep lying to yourself? No, you don't want to keep lying to yourself. So you see, this is where you want to be responsible to yourself. When you turn a blind eye because you don't want to see the truth, that's where the avoidance comes in. So this month has a lot of shift and a lot of healing involved. Raphael is bringing these points up because this is healing from within. This is anchoring into a love frequency that will help you and take you to greater heights that you never knew you could do. This could take you to that level of happiness that you have been searching for, because happiness is a state of mind too. All of these things we can choose to shift and change right now. And I'm talking about a lot of deep stuff here. But these are things that are going to pop up over the month. And these are things that you're going to need to do some soul searching on inside. And, there's a lot of people out there that say, hey, I can fix your problem. And I'm even saying that about my work. I can't do it for you, because if you don't want to do it, that doesn't do it like that. What I want to give you is that empowerment to believe in yourself and trust what's going on inside you, to really, truly listen to your heart, to your heart's desire, to the things that you want to achieve in this lifetime, what you want to do throughout this year, what really, truly brings joy to you. Is it on the back burner? Are you on the back burner in all of your relationships and everything else is happening like that? That's why this is all coming up. Raphael is a healing angel and will help you with it. Energy, this is all energy healing we're talking about. It's not, it doesn't have to be this formal go to a session. I mean, there's that, then people can help you. And I've done that and I do that. But I really want people to know that they can heal themselves from within. And it really begins in a very powerful way with what you're focusing on in your mindset and your beliefs. Your healthcare, your relationships, your finance, everything, you can shift it right there within yourself. That's a big deal. I mean, if that's not a big deal, I don't know what is. I mean, to me, that is healing. So I wanted to say this is a big month, I know. And I know there's a lot going on. Wow. I just want you guys to know, don't be afraid of the month. I know I hit some strong points here because I like to throw it up on the table and let's keep it real. I like to pinpoint the areas that just keep holding people back. And because I've experienced them all. But I also know that you have everything within you that you can change this. Don't be afraid of what's coming from inside you, because that's your truest, authentic, your soul. Your soul's not afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of what other people are processing. Remember, they're processing and trying to figure it out too. If you're empathic, you may have a tendency to try to take that on as your own problem. Watch out for that one. That one is a nasty one, and that one catches us like almost every time. You'll probably be caught up in it, but the more you practice, oh wait, there it is again. Let me pull back. You want to give them that space and honor their soul to help them find their own way while you're working on you. We don't want to get in the way of somebody else. We want to, and we are when we do that. Honestly, we are. So guys, we're in a massive shift here, and it's a massive shift that will start inside if you want to join me in it, because that's where I'm going with it, and I'm working on mine. I'm out of time, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time here on the Jen Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jen Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jenroyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.